this week I've been working on some paintings, and I've been working on my schedule also. So I want to have more time for painting and less time for administrative type work. So working on my website, you know, all the things that are not fun. But I think I've come up with a way to do that. I've got a new schedule where I've got days that I'm going to paint and days that I'm going to work like on my computer, on my website, that sort of stuff. So there's a lot more to running an art business online than just painting. In the beginning, it was a lot more heavily focused on the actual painting. And then as my business has grown and I've got more things that I offer, I'm having to spend more time, or I'm finding myself spending more time doing things that I don't necessarily enjoy. So I'm going to make time for studio time, for painting, for doing the actual artwork, because if you're not making more art and you're trying to, or this is what's happened to me anyway, I've gotten to a point where I feel like I'm not making enough artwork to push myself, to grow, to learn more things myself. And that is a problem, because if I'm not growing and learning, then as a teacher, I'm not going to be teaching anything new, or I'm going to feel like I'm kind of stuck in a rut and I'm not coming up with new ideas to teach. So, or coming up with new ideas for artwork, for original work, for prints, for products, for licensing, for all the things. So the main thing that I have to do is make art. And so as an artist, that's super important. And this week I focused on a few things, trying to just decide which direction I want to go. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done. So hang on a second. Okay, so to begin with, I had this idea to paint like a close-up view of some wildflowers with like a field in the background. But as I started painting it, it turned into something tropical. I don't know, that just happens sometimes, and I don't know what makes it happen or why it happens, but this was something that I just did. And I'm going to show you the process of it, and you can watch me paint it in just a minute. But this one is the first thing that I did this week, and I like it. It's really different and a little bit, I don't know, it's completely different from anything I've done before. I kind of like it, but it's not me. I don't feel like it's not something I would hang in my own house. And that is kind of the filter that I put things through. Would I actually keep this and want to hang it in my own house? Okay, so then I ended up, same day, painting this. This is definitely something that I would want. I mean, I'm wearing these colors, but this is something that I would definitely want to hang in my own house. I could see this on maybe a tapestry or even a rug. Licensing something like this on products would be really cool. That doesn't mean that it would get chosen by a company, but I could see potential with this. So this led me down a rabbit trail for working on things that look kind of moody, elegant. That is sort of the vibe that I was thinking. And so I started working on this swan painting, but I had to sleep on it, come back and look. This one is a little wonky. He's kind of leaning over, so I'm gonna work on it some more and let you come along with me and watch. So we're going to do like a little sped up video of me painting that one that was tropical, and then we're going to work on the wobbly swan, okay? Okay, let's try to fix the wobbly swan. And when I'm using my table, I've noticed that sometimes things get crooked because I may accidentally move my canvas one way or another, and I think that's what happened. So then when I put it up on my easel, I could see that it was turned to the side a little. So I think I'm going to try this. Let's move my palette down to the edge of my table, and then I can put my canvas up against it, and I know that it's straight. So when I do that, you can definitely tell. I mean, I guess it could be swimming a little crooked, but it bothers me. So I'm gonna try to do my best to fix it. Okay, so I'm much happier with that, but I'm gonna put it up on my easel. Take a look again. Here she is. She's still kind of leaning a little bit, but I'm just gonna go with it. You can see a little close up. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm probably gonna continue with this theme of trying to decide what to call it. Like simple elegance, I don't know. But I'm gonna keep going with my work days, studio days, administrative days. I still paint like on other days too. If I'm in the mood to paint, then I just paint no matter what I've scheduled. So also, if you're watching and you are one of my creative community members, remember when we did this swan up here? I've got it up on my wall. You could use that lesson, and this is kind of what happened with me. I will paint something like that, practice it, just the one subject, and then incorporate it in another setting, like a landscape, or I may practice one rose and then put it together in a vase of flowers or whatever. So when you're looking through the lessons that are in the Creative Community Library, I know there are hundreds of them, but even if you've gone through and done them before, you can go back, find some things that you really like, and kind of mesh them all together and make your own composition or your own idea, but use the tools that you learned when painting one thing to create something totally different and new. So the landscape here could be one of our landscape lessons, and then you pull in one of the swans, or you could do a landscape and add flowers that were in a different lesson. There are just tons of ways for you to use the library. And if you're not a creative community member and you want to be, there's a link down below where you can find all the information. I have every tutorial that I've ever created in that library, and we add new ones every month, and it's only $20 a month, and we would love to have you. I'll see you back here next week. I don't know what I'll be doing. I never know. So just make sure that you like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye.